Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, speaking to the National Board Annual Report for the years 2017-18 and 2018-19, which is in accordance with Section 11(1) of the National Training Board Act 1997, the Board shall, within 3 months after the end of each financial year, forward to the Minister a report on the activities of the Board during that financial year and on the Board's policy and program for future years. I am also required by the Act, and did so today, to lay the report to this Honorable House. Mr. Speaker, the report for 2017-18 is over a year late, and I apologize to this Honorable House for that delay. The report before you has consolidated the 2017-18 outstanding report with the 2018-19 report, making it one, divided between the years. The report highlights the important work carried out by the National Training Board. Mr. Speaker, since the last annual report, some of the significant results recorded by the Department are as follows. A development of a strategic national workforce development plan. B, significant progress made with persons obtaining national certification due to training personnel in prior learning and assessment recognition, also called PLAW, in order to assess skilled tradesmen. C, over 200 scholarships have been awarded during the 2-year period. D, an increase in the number of apprenticeships and training programs. 6 interns were sponsored to gain work experience in Canada as part of the airport redevelopment project in April 2017. Since its launch, the Bermuda Job Board has grown exponentially with some 155,335 job applications submitted, 1,524 employers registered, 9,300 candidates registered, and 2,407 reported hires. In 2018, over 1,309 clients registered for career development services, and 114 individuals received funding for the national certification training programs. And the report also includes a sample of profiles showcasing success stories of individuals who received services from the department. Mr. Speaker, I will provide further detail on the significant results achieved from 2017-19 reporting period. The Bermuda National Workforce Development Plan was presented to the House of Assembly and the general public during fiscal year 2018-19. The plan outlines 6 high-level strategic priorities which are critical to building a talent pipeline for Bermuda's workforce, a pipeline for all career levels across industries. The priorities include employer and industry engagement, alignment of the workforce development system, creation of career pathways, youth workforce programs, universal access to education, training, and career services, and government resources and funding. The National Workforce Development Plan prioritizes employer and industry engagement and embraces employers as partners within the workforce development system to gain a better understanding of employers' talent needs. Consequently, the work of the department will be driven by industry. The plan provides for increased strategic interaction between the workforce development system and the business community in order to better understand the required skills, occupational growth, and barriers to Bermudians gaining employment and progressing in their careers. Mr. Speaker, the National Workforce Development Plan recommends a framework for a one-stop career center. The center will serve as the hub for the workforce development system or primary location of service delivery. The one-stop career center will provide comprehensive and coordinated services for adults, youth employers, special populations such as people with disabilities, and for financial assistance clients. During the fiscal year 2018-19, the government advanced initial steps to streamline workforce development services by dissolving the Community Education Development Program. This resulted in the transitioning of staff resources into the Department of Workforce Development effective September 2018. The transition has allowed for better utilization of human and financial resources in the delivery of services to the public. Further, it has reduced duplication of workforce services and has begun to lay the framework for the one-stop career center as recommended. Mr. Speaker, the department has continued to provide professional development training to ensure that Bermudians meet the standards for national certification. During fiscal year 2018-19, a two-day training course was held through the Canadian Association for Prior Learning Assessment Recognition to train members of the Occupational Advisory Committee and the industry assessment panels. Participants developed a proficiency in methods for assessing individuals based on their informal learning, prior experience, and on-the-job training. This created a pathway for skilled tradesmen to obtain national certification based on their work experience, demonstrating a level of proficiency and work portfolios. Mr. Speaker, as a result of PLA, I am pleased to report that the department has made significant progress in certifying individuals in the 4 designated occupations, which are welding, automotive technology, electrical, and landscape gardening for the fiscal year 2018-19. To date, the total number of persons achieving national certification is 417 compared to 100 for the previous fiscal year. National certification provides a measurable standard for employers to gauge skill sets and has equipped hundreds of Bermudians with credentials attesting to their qualifications. The number of persons sponsored for training during the fiscal year 2018-19 was 114 compared to 100 in 2017-18. The training programs create a career pathway for candidates to obtain industry-recognized certification. These include the Canadian Association for Prior Learning Assessment Recognition, Welding Inspector Training, Construction Association, Bermuda Safety Training, Bermuda Hotel and Lodging Education Association Guest Room Attendant Training, Bermuda College Horticulture for Landscape Gardeners Program, the National Fire Protection Association Electrical Coding Training. During the reporting period, the department provided scholarships and awards based on local workforce needs, particularly in the areas underrepresented by Bermudians. During the period 2018-19, the department awarded funding for 42 students for overseas studies, of which 29 were new recipients and 13 continuing awards. There were 58 students funded locally at the Bermuda College, of which 34 were new recipients and 24 were continuing awards. Additionally, 17 students were funded for general education diploma programs. The total number of students funded for the fiscal period 18-19 was 117, a 23% increase from the 95 recipients reported for the previous fiscal year 17-18. Mr. Speaker, the apprenticeship and training program successfully engaged industry partners in developing opportunity for full-time employment and training for apprentices. The department has been keen to promote employer incentives for formalizing apprenticeship and training program opportunities. Employer incentives and training benefits include payroll tax waiver for employers, subsidized wages and training for employers, paid on-the-job training, work experience, and industry qualification for trainees, and sponsored education and professional development for trainees. A total of 12 companies registered 47 apprentices during the fiscal year 18-19. The participating companies range in size based on the number of employees they employ and include NRG Limited, the Department of Public Transportation, Pink's Salon, BAC Group of Companies, Christen Limited, Noble Automotive, Efficient Technologies Bermuda, Otis Elevator Bermuda, Bermuda Telephone Company, Belco, Fairmount Southampton, and Bermuda Energy Services Company Limited. Mr. Speaker, the department also formed partnerships with industry for short-term training programs for the fiscal year 18-19. These programs are generally less than 2 years. The department successfully engaged 6 new companies to train Bermudians and obtain experience in the fields of information technology, computer programming, residential and commercial cleaning, heavy equipment operators, and water waste management. The Bermuda Job Board remains a valuable tool to assist individuals with their search for suitable employment. There continues to be considerable activity with the 155,335 job applications submitted since the initial launch in 2013. Upgrades to the job board in 2016 provided the ability for employers to report on their recruitment activity. Since March 2016, there have been 2,407 reported hires through Bermuda Job Board. The hires consisted of 972 in 2016, 753 in 2017, and 682 hires for 2018. Mr. Speaker, a total of 1,499 persons were registered with the Career Development Section as either unemployed or seeking alternative employment. In the previous year, 1,309 persons were registered with the Career Development Section. There was a 15% increase of persons registered from 2017-18 to 2018-19. This increase is attributed to hosting registration drives throughout the community, encouraging registration for unemployed persons. Mr. Speaker, the annual report appropriately showcases a sample of success profiles for persons who utilize the department's services. Samara Wilson matriculated through the department's summer employment program and assisted with coordinating program which provided opportunity for her peers, college university students, to gain meaningful experience in their area of study. Samara also received funding to assist in the completion of her studies. She now holds a bachelor's degree in business administration and a master's degree in international human resource management. Currently, she is employed with HSBC UK as a customer advocate and complaints officer. She credits the department with equipping her with the administrative, organizational, and project management skills that have helped her successfully navigate her academic and professional journey. Samara had this to say: "My experience at Workforce Development was absolutely life-changing. It taught me valuable lessons on the importance of work ethic, networking, and how to be a team player. I would definitely recommend the department to others." Mr. Speaker, David Vernon Bean also participated in the summer employment program and was awarded funding to complete a Marines operation course in Barbados and the higher national diploma in nautical studies with Warsash Maritime Academy in the United Kingdom. David was named Apprentice of the Year and is now employed with the Department of Marine and Ports as a leading seaman for the Bermuda Ferry Service. He shared his thoughts on the department's service. "The services," as I quote him, "at the Department of Workforce Development are vital. I already had the aptitude to succeed. However, I needed the boost financially to enable me to continue reaching for success. Thanks for taking the interest to invest in Bermuda's future." That was David's words. Lastly, Mr. Speaker, Lovitta Williams worked with our Career Development Section. We assisted her with her employment goals and soft skills. That's interviewing techniques, her resume, things like that. When the opportunity arose for her to participate in the room attendant training sponsored by the training section in collaboration with the Bermuda Hospitality Institute, Fairmont, Southampton, and Hamilton, she was eager. Ms. Williams successfully achieved the certified room attendant credential through the American Hotel and Lodging Educational Institute and found a new appreciation and passion for creating clean spaces. She developed her new skill and passion into her own business, and leave it to her, a specialty cleaning company with discounted packages to benefit pensioners with fixed incomes. She is delighted with the path that her career development journey has taken. She shared the following on her experience with the department. "They sent me on a housekeeping training course for 2 weeks where I excelled and became certified. It really boosted my confidence, and this encouraged me to start my own cleaning business." She applauded us for utilizing the She is applauded for utilizing the sponsored training and career development services to blossom as an entrepreneur and create a successful small business. She is also employed in another cleaning business to supplement what she does on her own, Mr. Speaker, as well. Mr. Speaker, I would like to take this opportunity to thank the National Training Board, the Department of Workforce Development, and industry partners who work so closely with this government to ensure that training and development programs are successful. Their combined efforts will ensure that Bermudians gain success to opportunities and will excel with Bermuda's workforce. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.